So every now and then I find myself wanting to play a gacha game, which is generally a bad thing because when you play gacha games, you get tempted to spend money because you want to have these epic pulls. Enter Akatsuki, Lord of the Dawn. So before we begin, I gotta let you know I did receive this free review copy from the guys over at Keymailer, so thank you guys for helping me create content for the channel, because without you, I'd have content block, which is pretty much the same as writer's block. Anyway, Akatsuki Lord of the Dawn is a game that takes place in a fantasy world, where you're a random swordsman named Ark who is destined to become the hero and take over in his father's footsteps. Now that I've told you that much, that's probably ruined the game story for you, so spoiler warning from here on out. Allegedly, Ark's dad is dead and he's been given a royal spear from the king so he can raise his own army to help save the world. And by world I mean their land, but their land seems to be a bunch of islands, so it's kind of like the world anyway, I guess. Anyway, with his royal spear in hand, royal spear. Yeah, I'm childish, I get it. You go into the tutorial, and from there you start to learn the basics of how this strategy game is supposed to be played out. Essentially, you pick a node, you set up your team, and then you start the fight, like every other strategy gacha game out there. However, this one's kind of different. With its own kind of niche, it lets you actually control the main character, which subsequently controls the other characters that you have in your party. Now, your characters are the ones that are going to be attacking. Ark is also going to be attacking, but he mostly controls where the characters go, as well as cast the spells based on their formation. In the beginning of the game, the first formation you get is going to be called Line. When you get that line formation, the bar on the bottom of the screen, that's the gauge, fills up and you'll be able to use your first skill, which is Heal. It heals the surrounding party members. As the game progresses, you do get more and more formation, and it's up to you to decide how you use those formations to help you win the battle. While I keep calling it a gacha game, it definitely is a RTS, which is what most gacha games end up being. So like in most of them, you can level up your characters, rank up your characters, class up your characters, retire those characters, which means just send those characters away. And then you can keep on building your teams and making them better however you want to. Your formation customization is completely up to you. Now, outside of the constant battles, you do also have the ability to recruit your own characters. To do this, you go to the employment tab and then pick a character you want to recruit. You'd spend your medals to recruit that character, and then you level up that character if you want. The characters do refresh every time you go through a cycle. And by cycle, I mean, of course, when you go through a battle and come out. You can also take on quests from the quest board, which help you level up your characters a lot faster. There are things like subjugation quests, gather quests, or just quests from you picking up items that you get from killing mobs normally. However, each quest only lasts 3 days, so you have 3 days to complete that quest. At the end of the 3rd day, if you don't turn in that quest, the quest automatically fails, and you kind of just lose out on that quest even if you have it completed already and you just haven't turned it in. I had to learn that the hard way multiple times. The first time, multiple times, from like 3 quests. It sucked. At the end of every day, you do get an earnings report, which tells you how much you're going to make from whatever island you're on, as well as the amount of resources and gold earned on that island based on your standing and the reputation as well as the population of that island. Since I got this game, I've been playing this game pretty much every day for a few hours a day just to try to get myself into it and level up as much characters as I can to see exactly how the characters stack up when they get to their highest level. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not easy. I'm nowhere near close. My highest character is this 50 wizard. This game is very grind heavy, and that's because it is essentially free to play after you pay for the barrier of entry, which is the cost of the game itself. The game has no online mode, so there's no chance for PvP, so you're just going to be playing the game in a single player mode where you can make multiple save files, probably speedrun it if you want to, or just try to roll for better units in your starting game. Because it is a single player game, the game just plays however you decide to play the game. And honestly, I like that. I really like that. It's scratching the gacha itch because I get to roll for a different character every day, even though it's not really rolling. And then it's scratching the RTS itch because it makes me have to think about how to line up my characters as well as how to push on certain maps without having all my characters die like they're doing in this video right here. They're all dying horribly. And I was like, I don't think I'll make it out of this. And the positioning of your units do matter because my wizard is not in the front row. I can't actually use his skill specifically, so I won't be able to use the skill when I want to and wipe out a good section of whatever's there. In the end, I still came out victorious, so whatever. I'm currently enjoying Akatsuki, Lord of the Dawn, and will continue to enjoy the game just because of the fact that it's scratching so many itches at once, and it's keeping me away from picking up my phone and downloading the next gacha game. I want to thank the guys over at Zoo Corporation and East Asia Soft for bringing this game out for a person like me to be able to play free and still enjoy the RTS gacha lifestyle. because Lord knows you would have made bank off this if you made this a free-to-play mobile game. This thing has some potential, I'm not going to lie to you. I see it. As for my review, this game is pretty dope. If you like the RTS style gameplay with a gacha style rolling system, but it's all for free after the barrier of entry, of course, I'd suggest you pick this game up. Currently, Akatsuki Lord of the Dawn is $9.99 on the PlayStation Store, so go ahead and check it out if you guys are interested. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this game was something that you found interesting. Let me know in the comments if this is the type of game that interests you. It's definitely a game that interests me, just because of the fact that, like I said, it scratches an itch that I need to scratch. Because I can't go back to gacha games at this point. I spend too much money on gacha games. I don't make enough content for me to spend the money that I'm making back. So, this is my out. I'm taking my way out, okay? Once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been forever, and peace.